What do you think we're living through, either in politics or geopolitics or the economy? There seems to be huge shifts without really being able to put your finger on it yet.
Yeah, well, we're clearly going through some very unusual times and enormous difficulties getting groups of people to agree on things, an adversarial nature in politics. I was trying to go back and figure out, this almost feels like the 1850s before the Civil War, where people weren't even civil, in politics. And that happens, from time to time. Part of this, I think, is motivated by the fact that, the bottom, you call it 25%, 35% of populations in liberal democracies are having a tough time financially. And that motivates, sort of a desire to help them, but also unleashes anger and what's called populism. And that populism goes and it tries to attack people, and politicians use that, to get themselves elected. And that's put us in a very, very unusual position.
But is that because of capitalism? Do we have to rethink capitalism?
No, I don't think it's because of capitalism. I think it's because of education. And in the United States, for example, we used to be one of the top few in the world when I was young, back in the Middle Ages. And now we're somewhere between 25 and 30. We don't have a primary and secondary education system across the board that's doing what it needs to do. I'll give you one example that's actually quite instructive. I was in China, a few months ago, talking with a very highly placed person in the government, and he told me that they were going to introduce computer science to every student in China. Now imagine.
That's a big rollout.
Imagine if you take the United States, which I'm more familiar with than the UK, where we are today, if more than 5% of the students in our primary and secondary education system get computer science, I'd be surprised. Now, the difference in outcome of those people in a workplace is profound. And our workforce isn't where it should be. I don't think this is a problem of capitalism, because you can only work with what you have. I think also that there's a need to help these people.